It is 6:50. This is your morning in 8 minutes. Right now, 1,000 acres have burned in Sevier County. Crews have been up all night trying to contain the flames. This started at the Hatcher Mountain and Indigo Lane area. At last check, the fire is 0% contained, affecting at least 35 structures.
And here's a look at the evacuation map. Everything in that pink area is where you need to be out. Emergency officials are asking anyone in there to evacuate. We have this for you on our website and in the WVLT News app. This map, of course, changing hourly as the fires spread. Be sure to check it often. So if you are evacuating or know someone else who is, here's a list of places where you can go. Seymour Heights Christian Church, along with the Pigeon Forge Community Center, as well as the King's Academy in Seymour. The Gatlinburg Community Center did close to evacuees about 2 hours ago after a small brush fire happened in the Gatlinburg area. That is completely out this morning, so they have closed the Sevier County Community Center.
We continue our team coverage this morning. Our Will Puckett is in Wears Valley tracking that wildfire. You've been there since yesterday. We also have Abby Casoris, who's in Pigeon Forge, talking to fire crews from all over the state who have come to help. We do want to start with Will. What are you seeing this morning? Obviously, conditions have changed. That's got to be good news for firefighters.
Yeah, good news, but over my left shoulder now you can see sort of that rekindling that's starting, and forestry crews were over here getting refueling on everything and have since headed right back out to continue to fight these fires. And so it's all hands on deck. It remains all hands on deck to continue to try and maintain this fire. And as you said, Casey, that is still 0% contained now many hours after it started. But what this is left, and as daybreak starts to fall upon Wears Valley, is it brings the very realization to folks who live here that they're going to see the destruction that this fire has left behind. And as this fire was raging, we were able to talk to people who lived in this area and who live in this area who said that they're not sure what they're going to be able to come home to if they come home to it at all.
Very anxious. You know, I'm grateful that my wife and I are both safe. We don't have any family or pets or anything like that that's threatened, so just property. But we have no idea as to whether or not our home is still standing or will be there when we are ever allowed to go back home and check on it.
Home here in Sevier County. It was their retirement home, the home that they were to spend the rest of their lives. They don't know if it's still standing or if it was impacted by that fire, but that's just one of the many stories of individuals who live here, of at least 35 structures. But again, we expect to hear from officials today at 10 o'clock this morning, an update to this fire. We'll learn more, and of course we'll update people as we learn that new information. Casey and Harry.
And Will, I think that is such a harsh reality for so many people this morning, waiting for the sun to rise to hopefully eventually get back to what's left of their homes once those evacuation orders are lifted. But they are still very much in place this morning in Wears Valley. Will, thank you. And our team coverage continues. We do want to get to our Abby Casoris. You know, there's crews from all over Tennessee that are in East Tennessee helping.
Yes, and our Abby Casoris is live at Pigeon Forge High School, where fire crews are holding a staging area. We can hear the sirens going off behind you, Abby. What's the scene like?
Yeah, those sirens mean that another crew is heading to Will's Way, to Wears Valley, to help fight that fire. Now, this is an area for some of those crews who have been out overnight to come in, refuel, tidy some of their equipment, and then when they're ready, when they have a quick bite to eat, they can go back out after they've received those assignments to go help fight that fire. Looking at some of the fire trucks, some of the ATVs that are out here, they're coming from Shady Valley, Friendsville, even some local places like Maryville as well. KFD is also here. So we're really seeing a lot of support, and they say when they received that phone call, they were happy to come and help some of their fellow brothers and some of those firefighters here as well. In Pigeon Forge, Abby Casoris, WVLT News.
Abby, you and Will stay safe out there. Thank you.
And the Thomas Divide Complex fire burning in the Smokies on the North Carolina side is now 60% contained. We've been telling you about this one for a couple of days now. It started Sunday. That one has burned at least 941 acres so far. It's just 2 miles east of Bryson City.
It is 6:54. Heather, the smoke in the air this morning. Obviously, a little different, though, the conditions out there than we saw yesterday.
Absolutely. So let's talk about all of that. So we do have some smoke in the air, but I wanted to highlight where you can actually even see the moderate level of smoke that's caught from Wears Valley and actually cutting across our area. So more of you might be able to smell it, especially when you have the clouds and the humidity. What that does is kind of dampen down that smoke and keep it down at the surface. So you're more likely to smell it, especially cutting across Granger County to even Claiborne and Harlan County. That's the plume of smoke in the air from Wears Valley. Now we do still have some winds, luckily not as strong. Gusts are about 40 miles per hour now in the mountains. Coming down the mountain, Sevierville's closer to 20. Little light to moderate breeze at times in the valley now, and this will step back up at times today, just like you're seeing these 20+ mile per hour gusts at the moment around Scott to Campbell to Bell and Harlan counties. So there's still a lot of movement in the air, but luckily not as much. There is only a little bit of rain right now in the area. Actually, that smoke in the air helped to dry things out. In terms of that humidity, that actually limited our rainfall. So right now we're down to a few showers left over, back edge of that main line, moving on, moving out, and leaving us with some showers for today and cooler temperatures. It's 62 in Knoxville to 56 in Crossville and 61 in Morristown. So if you are just trying to get out the door, keep in mind, easily could find some pieces and parts of tree limbs down on the roads. We're all left with a breezy day and starting to get cooler, but I've got a lot more on that coming up on the CW.
Getting a look at your first alert traffic, we do have several road closures due to the wildfire. Wears Valley Road, Highway 321, closed between Pigeon Forge and Townsend this morning, along with the Foothills Parkway West, closed from Wears Valley to Wallen. Little River Gorge also closed from Townsend to Elkmont, and along with Wears Cove Gap Road. But if you're just getting out of the door this morning, that debris is really the main concern. Want to use caution, but the good news is right now those interstates are clear ahead of that morning rush.
All right, Whitney, thank you. And remember, avoid this area if you can. Don't fly drones in the area. They've been especially talking about that to try to get people away from Wears Valley.
Yeah, our coverage continues on WBXX. We've got everything you need to know. Stick with us.